If we think of Hemingway, of Norman Mailer, of so many writers, of filmmakers, actors and actresses, Tennessee Williams used to come to Cuba quite often, Marlon Brando, and it's immense. The relationship never stopped. So it might be a time for reconciliation in many aspects, and it's culture. It couldn't be politics, economy. It's culture. It's the only thing that remains. We die, but art remains.
Ahora ya sé que no existe un lugar en Buena Vista o en Sunset Boulevard. La gente ya no sabe bien lo que hace con sus sueños. Ya yo no sé lo que será mejor, tanto en La Habana como en Nueva York. La gente vive sin saber que el mundo está pequeño, ni tan lejos, ni tan cerca de aquí.
I know that these are the same stars that shine in the same blue. Come so far from Tennessee to meet my Cuban family. The ocean of their hearts so deep and wide. 1,000 miles across the sea. Love transcends geography. Home is where I look into their eyes. Not so close, not so far away from here. Not so close, not so far away from here.
Write down everybody's name you obviously know, and then I'll get the rest filled in. It's just to get started on writing a list of every participant.
And they said to write our names down on a little piece of paper.
Here's what we're going to be doing. So for those of you who are unfamiliar, this time this is one hat. This is an A&M hat. This is for us.
And they took un sombrero de americano.
Where's the Cuban hat?
Sombrero de cubanos.
So that there's no discussions about who should work with who. We're going to put all the names from our side in one hat, all the names from the Cuban side in another hat.
Put all the names in the hat, and we just drew names from one side of the hat, drew names from the other side of the hat.
2 on 2 is the starting point. 2 Americans and 2 Cubans for each beginning collaboration. Is that acceptable to the creative? You decide to either write in your room or your room, and you take the gear you need with you, and we assign the gear, and you basically go to your room and work in there. And then once the writing is done and you have a song that you would like to arrange, we have 4 studio areas. They're off the lobby. They're not upstairs in the rooms. They're downstairs, and they're going to be a special area, and you'll basically come down and say, hey, I'd like to get in there. I've got something I'm ready to put in, and you just make a schedule. Then what happens, those of you who've been through this before, then we do something even crazier. Then we're going to do, as you know, there's a concert Sunday night, and what that is supposed to be made up of is a bunch of these new songs.
We came to Cuba to make friends, and it worked.
Standing on the shoreline, staring out to sea, the ocean that divides us, connecting you and me. And I think about the distance to reach the other side, and I wonder why we've wasted all this time. One world in search of harmony, one love for all the world to see, one truth inside of you and me, just one world. Ando en el aire, yo sueño una razón, y 3 gotas de viento traen tu canción. Se rompen las distancias y camino sobre el mar y te encuentro dando cuando necesito aliento. One world in search of harmony, one love for all the world to see, one truth inside of you and me, just one world in search of harmony. One love for all the world to see, one truth inside of you and me, just one world. And one day we'll rise above, higher than the sun, y una alondra nacerá de todos nuestros sueños bellos, mágicos, eternos. One world in search of harmony, one love for all the world to see, one truth inside of you and me, just one world in search of harmony, one love for all the world to see, one truth inside of you and me, just one
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
My name is Mick Fleetwood. for basically the last 30 years played with a band called Fleetwood Mac. I'm somewhat familiar with the premise of using music to make a connection, which is what it is. And I leapt at the chance to do it. You know, this is a bunch of musicians getting together, and we really want to make a point of preserving that. There's been like a musical lottery where you get paired off. I've done that twice, and today I played on 3 other songs. I actually chickened out. Burt Bacharach asked me to play drums, and I thought, oh my God, it'll probably be in some weird time signature that I won't know, so I decided not to go in there, but I'm actually sort of regretting it right now.
Él está escribiendo text and music, lyrics and music at the same time.
It's you make it very romantic, right? It's like being in music camp, you know, in a way. People writing in every room being occupied, you hear guitars, it's sort of like the old days. Typical day, you know? Typical work day. But I like Cuban music. Great musicians, Cuba.
Jared, can you turn up the drums in our mix?
¿Qué importa? Somos la mismo. ¿Qué importa? Let's forget about our problems. ¿Qué importa? No hay diferencias for you and me.
I don't know how to speak English, but that's okay because yo soy cubano.
I don't know how to speak Spanish, but that's okay. I'm African Americano.
Me gusta el arroz con grila, yuca con mojo y el puerco asado.
I like bagels, lox, cream cheese, fried chicken and greens, and French fried potatoes.
Importa,
you know it makes no difference.
¿Qué importa?
Somos lo mismo. ¿Qué importa? Let's forget about our problems. ¿Qué importa? No hay diferencia for you and me. Life on my scene is Mark and Fleetwood without MTV, Starbucks and Budweiser.
Con cerveza cristal hago una fiesta en mi casita de Buena Vista.
I like good music like Stevie Wonder, Coltrane and the Spice Girls.
Me gusta Chucho Valdés, los Papines, los Bambán, Silvio y la vieja trova.
¿Qué importa? Somos lo mismo. ¿Qué importa?
Let's forget about problems.
No importa. No hay diferencia for you and me.
Gracias.
Dedicate this song to my new friends and new familia here in Cuba.
Hey there, lonely, lonely man, in a crowded, lonely land. I see his shadow at my feet. I don't know his name, but he looks a lot like me. Searching for love everywhere, anywhere, trying to become unlonely. Hey there, lonely, lonely girl, in this crazy mixed up world. Your heart is broken once again. A million pieces falling like sand. But it won't be long till I find you. 'Cause I'm lonely too. And maybe we'll both become unlonely. Lonely in so many places. If we keep our head to the sky, the sun will shine down on our faces. You and I. Oh, you and I. Hey there, lonely, lonely friend. It seems you've lost your way again. You're walking in circles, you can't slow down. Your soul is free, but your heart is bound. But it won't be long till I find you. You find me. Together we both can be unlonely. Lonely, lonely, unlonely, lonely, unlonely, lonely, unlonely. Gracias.
You bringing to the table whatever gifts and talents you've been blessed with, me bringing to the table whatever gifts and talents I've been blessed with, and we just make one thing, creating this wonderful oneness. And I'm learning about you through this experience, and you're learning about me through this experience. And it's just an awesome thing.
Vacilón, vacilón, vacilón rico para barachar.
What's the groove that moves you? Feeling good, feeling good. It's so sweet to move to.
Bailemos juntos ahora y hasta siempre, baby.
Hey. Darkness fades the sky as the sun delights the moon. Endless dreams with music seems to take away the gloom.
Quiero que bailemos hasta el final y que no nos separemos jamás.
Embrace the music with your mind and fill your heart with the love. On my way home, feel it coming on. Hey. Feeling good, feeling good.
just to be alone with you. Time. I will wrap you up in all my curls. You forget about your other girls. No one will know, baby. No one can see. No one can touch you 'cause you're safer with me. Baby, baby, what I wouldn't do just to be alone with you. There is something that I must confess. Since I met you, baby, I've become obsessed. Baby, 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 what I wouldn't do just to be alone with you. Now I say, give me a sign if you understand all the tenderness in my hands. Anything you want in my whole world, all the devotion of the lonely girl. Just to be alone with you. 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 Gracias, gracias. Y please introduce your band. Manolito Simone. Y su trabuco.
Sí. David Bencomo, flauta, Manolito y su trabuco. Osiris Martínez, teclado, Manolito y su trabuco. Violín, Manolito y su trabuco, Sergio Vitier. El negro, batería, Michel Camilo.
Basically, we all sort of, first of all, try to work out where we're going to do this, and then who's got other things throughout the day, so we're going to work out what the window of opportunity to write is.
That's a good idea.
And then who's going to play electric, acoustic, because we got 3 guitarists.
Se alzaron If I look across the ocean, I can see, but I know you're not there. I'll buy a ticket to the future, and I'll take you anywhere. Yes, I'll take you anywhere.
Hey, hey. Todo el mar se posa en las gaviotas. Rozando mi cara para amar.
I never dreamed that I would be here, 'cause you always seem so far away. Now if we can just come together, getting closer every day, getting closer every day.
Sobre el mar se alzaron mariposas. Rozando mi cara frente al mar.
See you walking at midnight by the corner cafe. A yellow ribbon and moonlight in your hair. I like the way you walk, I like the way you sway. You make me feel like a poor millionaire, baby. You got me. You got me, baby, you got me. You got me, baby, you got me. You got me, baby, you got me. Walking on sunshine, talking on moonlight, digging on roses to give to you. Walking on sunshine, talking on moonlight, digging on roses to give to you.
I see the curves of your body bend in the tropical breeze. It's like Fantasy Island when you are next to me.
Next to me.
And every time you leave, I want to see you again.
See you again.
Until I have that yellow ribbon wrapped all around my hand. Oh yeah, you got me, baby, you got me. You got me, baby, you got me. give to you. Come on, I want everybody to sing it. You say, Havana, whoa, whoa, Havana. Let me hear you call her name. Havana, whoa, whoa, Havana. Come on, put those hands together. Come on, sing. Havana, whoa, whoa, Havana. It's okay to party tonight, yo. Havana, whoa, whoa, Havana. Yo, Dave, play that sax, man. Let me see some hands. Come on. Walking on sunshine, talking on moonlight, digging up roses to give to you. Oh yeah, walking on sunshine, talking on moonlight, I'm digging up roses to give to you. I want to hear everybody sing tonight. Come on, Havana. Whoa, whoa, Havana. I can't hear you. I can't hear you. Havana. Whoa, whoa, Havana. Let me hear you. Me hear you. Havana. Whoa, whoa, Havana. Come on, come on. Let me hear you sing it. Havana. Havana. Whoa, whoa, Havana. Yeah, yeah. Walking on sunshine, talking on moonlight, digging up roses to give to you. Oh yeah, walking on sunshine, talking on moonlight, digging up roses to give to you, 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 to give to you. Gracias, señores y señoritas.
Que casi nos estamos despidiendo. Gracias, Michael.
And we're saying goodbye almost.
Almost.
That's so?
Getting there, getting there. Yo, I want to say thank you to the numero uno sponsor of this event, all the people of Cuba. The song is called Estes Ha Gozar.
Se acabó el loro, caballero, guarachate de acá.
On a hot Havana night, when the moon is hanging right
Esto es pa' gozar, no pregunten más. Esto es pa' gozar, no pregunten más. No pregunten más.
Maldita ven, vamos
Esto es pa' gozar, no pregunten más. Esto es pa' gozar, no pregunten más.
Gonzalo, bailalo.
Esto es pa' gozar, no pregunten más. Y si me piden que te toque rock and roll, yo te lo voy a tocar.
Come a breezing across the sea. Came the changes in the melody. Everybody just having fun.
Come on, everyone, yeah. Vaya Cuba. Oye, como dice el coro, vamos. Esto es pa' gozar, no pregunten más.
No pregunten más.
Esto es pa' gozar, no pregunten más.
Y no pregunten.
Esto es pa' gozar, no pregunten más. Que no pregunten, que no pregunten. Esto es pa' gozar, no pregunten más.
Pero venga, guaraca.
Esto es pa' gozar, no pregunten más. Bueno, señoras y señores, ¿saben qué? Atención, atención al pueblo que estamos aquí, que estamos dando un aplauso, una palmadura a los compañeros americanos. ¿Dónde está Cuba? Las dos manos para arriba, Cuba, para que se sienta ahí. ¿Dónde está la palma de Cuba? Vaya, vaya, allá, ahí. Eso es, arriba, que le vamos, vamos. Eso es. Míralo bajito para gozar con la gente, que tú verás qué bueno se pone ahora. Un coro americano, 6 yen, nada más, a ver, lo quiere 6 yen. Y un coro cubano, qué bola. ¿Por qué no? A ver cómo dicen los americanos, vaya. 6 yen. Quiero coro americano, ¿cómo dice americano? Ajá. Eso es. ¿Y Cuba qué dice? Cuba. ¿Qué bola? Mira más, eso es. ¿Qué dice Cuba? ¿Qué bola? ¿Qué dicen los americanos, caballero? Vaya. Eso es. ¿Y Cuba qué dice ahora? Vamos. Eso sí. ¿Dónde está la mamadita de acá? Esto para gozar, no pregunten más. Esto para gozar, no pregunten más. Vamos para arriba. Esto para gozar, no pregunten más. Esto para gozar, no pregunten más. Esto para gozar, no pregunten más.
So the first day we were here, we did the lottery to choose what the collaboration groups were going to be. And so pulled names out of the hat. And then they said, it's time to go upstairs and have a writing session. And I thought, you know, we just barely got to Cuba. The only thing I've seen is a hotel. So the only thing I could write about was a song about the swimming pool at the hotel. So I told my group, why don't we go out for a walk? So we took a long walk down that street back there and went all around the neighborhood and got a lot of inspiration for songs, and then went back to the room and started writing.
I was born in Cuba, right here. This is my land, right here. This is mine. You know, I'm 65 years old now. In the States, in Las Vegas, I was a drummer at the all the major hotels for years. People I haven't seen for many, many years, and I'm still alive, and they're all my friends. Yes. Los So I was very, you know, emotional when I got off that plane, believe me.
40 years?
First in 40 years, yes. When I left, he was a baby. Now he's one of the best drummers in the world.
Really?
You know?
I love walking by ambos mundos and look always to see if Hemingway is smiling somewhere while he's writing his books.
There are words I want to tell you, but they're caught inside my throat as we spend these last few hours before I have to go. I will lock these precious moments in a safe inside my heart till we're standing here together once again beneath these stars. You were there with arms wide open. Was it only yesterday? Now the promise of tomorrow doesn't seem so far away. So I won't be gone forever. Like the tide I will return. When the moon is full, the rhythms of our souls begin to merge. I'll be back someday. Volveré. Wipe the tears away. Volveré. I'll hide away these memories like some faded photographs, and I'll take them out and wonder, will the future meet the past?
My name is Mick Fleetwood, and for basically the last 30 years played with a band called Fleetwood Mac. And I'm here, one of the organisers, Todd Smallwood, asked me about, it seems nearly a year ago that this was going to happen, and then I think certainly once, maybe twice it was put off until the advent of this event in this time happening. And it just, it reminded me of something that I did years ago in Africa, in Ghana. I took some American musicians to Ghana with the intention of writing songs, which is like here, and taking some of our own songs and putting this whole album together, which was not a success, but it was one of the most fun projects I ever worked on. And this is a huge version of that, so I'm somewhat familiar with the premise of using music to make a connection, which is what it is. And I leapt at the chance to do it. You know, it's certainly, from my understanding prior to coming to Cuba, was it's incredibly just rich in the music and players, and I had to come.
And how has the experience been? Can you talk a little bit about what's happened, how it's been for you?
Oh yeah, I mean, it's been great. It's been a little confusing here and there, but not the playing, just the logistics of getting everyone in. I think they needed maybe 2 more studio rooms, because everyone's very anxious to do what they're doing. And there's been like a musical lottery where you get paired off. I've done that twice, and today I played on 3 other songs. I actually chickened out. Burt Bacharach asked me to play drums, and I thought, oh my god, it'll probably be in some weird time signature that I won't know, so I decided not to go in there, but I'm actually sort of regretting it right now. But so I'm very much here as a player. I don't sing, and I've co-wrote a couple of things here and there through the years with Fleetwood Mac, but basically I'm not a writer. I'm more of a support person, producer. I'm a drummer, you know, and drummers need people, so this is a good place to be.
How has it been for you working with the Cuban drummers? You gotten anything out of that experience?
I haven't actually worked with a major ensemble of players. One percussion player on one of the sessions. It was great, you know. I can't remember the name of the band, but we went out to see a band near the something center, Karl Marx Center, what was it? Yeah? And whoever the percussion player was absolutely astounding. I don't know his name, but I'm sure the local guys here do. It's all about percussion. I mean, the way that all the players play is so much rhythm dominated. The whole premise of that, I personally like that, because the reality is that often does get forgotten in other parts of the world, where I know some musicians that don't realize why something isn't feeling good, and it's without any question is usually because the rhythm structure of the song, of the piece, has not got the right input, and they're fighting a losing battle. That's something that's still alive and well here, and it's something that's alive and well the times I've played with African musicians in Africa. And I think part of excuse me, one of the things I think has happened is the fact that Cuba is somewhat sort of cut off in a way, has preserved something very special with their music. And I think it reflects in, I was walking around in the street yesterday, the school children obviously coming back from school or going to school, about 50 kids, girls and boys, all in their uniforms, and suddenly just out of the blue, I assume they had their knives and forks that they take to school or something, because the next thing all I knew is they're all playing like spoons, playing with their cups, singing, and it was completely just random thing. It was nothing planned, and it was so musical and so fantastic. And I think all of those sensibilities are preserved in a very fine way in this country.
What's happening in there?
I meant that. We're making love. We're over here making love by making music. And it is the universal language. It really, really is. And I think it's the basic, simple things like this that create the love environment that we should be. It's gotten so complicated. And we need to get back to basics and just caring and sharing. I do this in my show all the time. I have a little caring and sharing portion in my show. And it's just about reaching out to each other or giving somebody a leg up or sharing your experience or your talent or whatever. And that's what we're about doing. I mean, this is just the most unique, the most excellent idea for someone to have come up with. Getting back to basics, just making it plain and simple.
That's why we're here too.
What is that musical bridge? What is the bridge?
You bringing to the table whatever gifts and talents you've been blessed with. Me bringing to the table whatever gifts and talents I've been blessed with. And that could go outside of the music as well. But right now we're dealing with the music, okay? And we just make one thing, creating this wonderful oneness as far as the music is concerned. Utilizing everything. And I'm learning about you through this experience, and you're learning about me through this experience. And it's just an awesome thing. It really is.
Now, what's the music you're playing here? Is this something that was written here or what?
Yeah, we're just putting this together right now.
And are you going to go back in there and do what?
Well, we're trying to get the background vocals kind of like in place right now, because what I'm having to learn with the Cuban music is where the one is. Where is the one? Okay, and I'm loving that. It's quite a challenge, but it's a totally different feel than where we used to sing, and I'm loving it. It's just giving me a whole new perspective on this music thing, and hopefully when I open my mouth, that whatever sound that's been born and bred in me lays on top of that, we'll have a whole new thing with all of us included.
Well, here at work, there are too many books.
So, Pablo, we came here with the Musical Bridges, a group of American musicians that are collaborating, writing songs together with Cuban musicians. Do you think this is the first musical bridge, and can you tell us about other musical bridges?
No, the relationship between the United States and Cuba, this is since the 19th century. The most important poet of last century in the Spanish language, José Martí, wrote all his work in New York, where I lived 14 years. If we think of Alicia Alonso, a great ballet dancer, she belonged to the Ballet Theater, New York Ballet Theater, and her ex-husband, Alonso, and her brother-in-law, another Alonso. If we think of Gershwin, who wrote a piece on Cuba, of Aaron Copland, who taught Harold Gramaches, our greatest composer, who studied with him in the States, and Leigh Brower, and we think musically how the connections are immense, but it's also Shannon Pozo. And recently we had a gathering here of a professor from Harvard University discussing cultural relationship between Cuba and the United States, and someone mentioned the name of a person that I don't remember, I didn't keep the name of a man that in one of the very first jazz band he was there, was a Cuban. I think it's very important that culturally we keep this dialogue. So I'm very glad this group is here. There are other bridges. Recently, the University of Michigan in Ann Arbor, they dedicated 2 issues to Cuban writing from both sides, from the Cubans in the States and the Cubans here. But if we think of Hemingway, of Norman Mailer, of so many writers, filmmakers, actors and actresses, Tennessee Williams used to come to Cuba quite often, Marlon Brando, and it's immense. The relationship never stopped.